Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Shri Nityananda Rama Ke Jai.
Jayam Vishnu Paramahansa Parvajagacharya Astotara CC Master's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnu Paramahansa Parvajagacharya Astotara CC Master's Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Shri Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Radha Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki. Vrindavan Tham Ki. Mathura Tham Ki. Mayapur Tham Ki. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Ganga Maya Ki. Jamuna Maya Ki. Bhakti Deva Ki. Tulasi Maharani Ki. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled of all. All glories to the assembled of all. All glories to the assembled of all. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
There will be class now. So the person who is going to give class will sit on the Vyasasana over there. So we can all turn around.
be able to put that on you. For live streaming.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Vijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Brajadandarandana Yasodanandana Brajadandarandana Yamunatira Vandachari Yamunatira Vandachari Jaya Rath Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Rath Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Chanda Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Chanda Vallabha Giridharadhari Yasodanandana Brajajanaranda Yasodanandana Brajajanaranda Yamunatira Vandachari Yamunatira Vandachari Jaya Rath Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Rath Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Chanda Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Chanda Vallabha Giridharadhari Yasodanandana Brajanarandana Yasodanandana Brajanarandana Yamunatira Vandachari Yamunatira Vandachari Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Oops. So we're celebrating Lord Nityananda's appearance day today, although it was actually on Wednesday. We celebrated on Wednesday too. So, I'm just going to read a section of a lecture by Srila Prabhupada. This is a lecture given in Bhubaneswara, Orissa on the 2nd of February 1977. I'll just read a section of it. Nityananda Prabhu is Baladev Tattva, Vrajendra Nanda Naye, Shachi Suta Haila Se, Balarama Haila Nitai, who was formerly the son of Nanda Maharaj. He has appeared as the son of Sachi Devi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother's name was Sachi Devi. Krishna is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Balaram is Nityananda Prabhu. Vrajendra Nandana Ye, Sachi Suta Haila Se, Balarama Haila Nitai. In the Vedic literature it is said, Nayamatma Bala Hinena Labhya, Na Bahuna Srutena. Bala means strength. Sometimes some rascal philosophers take it that Bala means bodily strength. They propagate this philosophy that unless you are bodily stout and strong, you cannot achieve spiritual salvation. You must be very strong and stout and eat meat and fight, and then you'll get next spiritual birth. No, this Bala, this strength is different. This is spiritual strength. The difficulty of the present situation is that actually we are moving on account of spiritual strength, but they have no information of the spiritual strength. They are thinking of material strength. That is expressed here. Ahankare mata hoya nitai pada pashariya asat yere satya kore mani. This is due to ahankara. Ahankara vimudatma kartahamati manite. Those who are vimuda, especially rascal. Muda, rascals, and V means vishesh, visheshanam, particularly. Ahankara vimudatma, the same thing which is spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. Narottam Das Thakur says the same thing in a plain Bengali language. Ahankare mata haya nitai pada. By the spell of ma, ahankara vimudatma kartahamati manite. They are thinking that we are independent. We can do whatever we like. This is called ahankara vimudatma. Under false pretext, false prestige, everyone is thinking that we are independent. We can find out the solution of the problems of life by material adjustment, so on, so on. So that is our material disease. Om Jnana Tamarandasya Gananjana Shakaya Chakshu Malitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharni Nirvisesha Sunyavari Pastata Deshadarne. So Lord Nityananda, he is an incarnation of the original Guru, Guru Tattva. So being the original guru, he can connect us with Krishna. Actually, Baladev is the first expansion of Krishna. There are many other. There is Chaturvyuha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And then there's a second Chaturvyuha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And then from Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu, and from Mahavishnu comes all the material universes come from the pores of the body of Mahavishnu. And in each of those universes there is a Lord Brahma. So with one breath of Mahavishnu, all the universes are coming. And each breath of Mahavishnu is a lifetime of Lord Brahma. So that's a breath. You could say a breath of God. Just one breath, that would equal 311 trillion and 40 billion years. That's a lifetime of Brahma. That's one breath of God. It's actually an expansion of Baladev. So then, from Mahavishnu comes Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters into every universe, and he lies on the Garbhodak ocean, and from him sprouts a lotus flower, and Lord Rama is born from that lotus flower. Then Garbhodakshai Vishnu expands into Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and Kshirodakshai Vishnu is the super soul in every living entity's heart. So Baladev, an expansion of Baladev, is right there in our heart. He's with us. He's closer to us than anyone else. How close can anyone get to you other than the person who's right there in your own heart? So he's with us, and he's waiting for us to turn to him, the super soul. And he is willing to stay with us as long as it takes for us to turn to him. Doesn't matter how long it takes. He will never give up on us. He will always, he will always be there for us. No matter what we do, anything we do, whoever it is, whether it's Hitler or Stalin or whoever, the super soul, Lord Baladev, expanded as the super soul, is there waiting for them to turn to him. So Balaram appeared as Lord Nityananda. Of course, in Krishna's pastimes, Balaram is Krishna's older brother. And Lord Nityananda, he appeared in Ekachakra in, it's estimated, about 1474. Lord Chaitanya appeared in 1486. So Lord Nityananda appeared 12 years before Lord Chaitanya. It's actually explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita in chapter 5, the glories of Lord Nityananda, that when Lord Balaram appeared as Lakshman, the brother of Lord Ramachandra, he was the younger brother of Lord Ramachandra. So he couldn't tell Lord Ramachandra what to do. So there were a number of things that Lakshman wasn't happy about that happened. For example, when the deer that had appeared, Lakshman, he knew that this wasn't good, that this was a demon in the form of a deer. And he didn't want Lord Ramachandra to go after deer. But because Lord Ramachandra was the elder brother, he went, and Lakshman couldn't say anything. And then after that, Lakshman Chandra taken away or kidnapped by Ravana. So then later on, when these were things that Lakshman wasn't happy about in his relationship with Lord Ramachandra. And then later on, Lord Ramachandra said that we're going to make a fire, and Sita is going to walk into this fire to prove her purity and her chastity. Lakshman said, well, who's going to do such a thing as make a fire that Sita is going to walk into like that? Who would do such a thing? And Lord Ramachandra said, yes, there is someone who would do it. You're going to do it. So then this is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita that in his next incarnation, of course the next incarnation was Balaram, he was the older brother, and then of Krishna, and then appearing as Lord Nityananda, he's 12 years older than Lord Chaitanya. So he appeared in Ekra Chakra, and all the people in the village, they were completely attracted to Lord Nityananda when he appeared, because Krishna is the most attractive personality. Whoever we find is attractive, that attraction is only a small fragment of the attraction that we find in Krishna. If you see the most beautiful person in the material world, then that beauty is an infinitesimal indication of Krishna's beauty, of just a tiny, tiny fragment. The beauty is coming from Krishna. It's coming from Krishna. It's actually Krishna's beauty, but it's only a tiny fraction of Krishna's beauty. We know in the material world that if somebody is very beautiful, they also become very famous, and people want to take their picture, and they want to write articles about them, and they discuss them in so many ways. And so they become, because people are attracted, there is attraction there. So in the same way, Lord Nityananda, everyone was attracted to him. And so when he was a young child, he used to play with his friends, and they would perform Krishna's pastimes together every day, and all night even. They would perform Krishna's pastimes. Vasudeva and Devaki in the prison of Kamsa, they would also perform Lord Ramachandra's pastimes. And so they were just completely absorbed. And the pastimes were so absorbed that they were actually completely realistic. There was one pastime where one boy, they were playing the pastime of Lord Ramachandra, and one boy threw a lotus flower at Lord Nityananda, and Lord Nityananda fell unconscious. So then all the other boys and the villagers and all, they all started to cry, and they became completely upset and bewildered about what to do, because it looked like he had passed away. And so they were fanning him and, doing so many things, trying to bring him back to consciousness. And then one boy just remembered, hold on a minute, Lord Nityananda, he told us that he was going to lose consciousness. And he also told us that the boy who was playing the part of Hanuman, he has to go to the mountain and bring back the herb to bring him back to life. So the boy who was supposed to do that was playing Hanuman. He said, "Oh yes, I forgot," because they were so bewildered by Lord Nityananda becoming unconscious that they'd forgot that this was all, pastime, playing like this. So they brought Lord Nityananda back to consciousness, and so, but then at one point, a few years later, when Lord Nityananda was 12 years old, a sannyasi came to Ekachakra, and the father of Lord Nityananda was Hadai Pandit, or Hadai Oja, and his mother was Padmavati. So this sannyasi, he spoke about Krishna's pastimes. He discussed Krishna's pastimes with Hadai Pandit during the night, and then Hadai Pandit was so pleased by the sannyasi's association that he offered him whatever he wanted. And the sannyasi said, "Oh, you are going to give me whatever I want?" And Hadai Pandit said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I need a traveling companion. I'll just take your son, Nityananda, with me." And so Hadai Pandit, he was completely devastated. And he went to discuss it with his wife. And then she said, "Well, you promised to give the sannyasi whatever he wanted. You'll have to give her son." She said, "But I'll leave it up to you, whatever you want to do." So then he gave Lord Nityananda to the sannyasi, and of course they left, and Hadai Pandit and all the villagers and Padmavati, they were completely overwhelmed by the mood of separation, and Hadai Pandit and Padmavati, they both passed away quite quickly afterwards. They stopped eating and everything, and stopped sleeping. They couldn't live without Nityananda. So this is one example of the emotions that, like, of course, anyone whose son passes away, obviously they're very devastated, but it's much more intense when it comes to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Lord Nityananda, because he is the center of attraction, or the center of affection for everybody. And so in the material world, all the relationships that we have, they have a beginning and an end. They're temporary relationships, and we appear in the material world as the son of one person, or the father of one person, but these relationships are temporary relationships. I am not eternally somebody's father. I'm not eternally somebody's son. It's only a temporary identification that I have for a short period of time. So then in the next life, whose son am I? Whose father am I? Or whatever. I may not be a father, I could be a mother. Well, that's the material world. But on the spiritual platform, in the spiritual world, these relationships are eternal. But there are moods of separation there. So even though the relationship is not finished, when Lord Nityananda went away, they were thinking, "Oh, Lord Nityananda is on," and they were feeling intense separation. Of course, we understand from the spiritual point of view that the feeling of intense separation, or this apparent lamentation on the spiritual platform, is actually bliss. Believe it or not, it's bliss. They're experiencing bliss, even though to us it seems like they're experiencing lamentation. They're actually feeling ecstasy in their hearts. So the difference between spiritual and material is that on the spiritual platform, everything is bliss. Bliss is bliss, and lamentation is bliss. And according to Bhagavad Gita, and the Srimad Bhagavatam, and our own experience, if we have enough experience, on the material platform, happiness is misery, and misery is misery. And on the spiritual platform, happiness is bliss, and bliss is bliss. So, and lamentation is bliss. Happiness is bliss, and lamentation is bliss. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, from the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest of all our places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place, because we're spiritual beings. We have a desire for, by limited temporary happiness, limited spiritual experiences, that the bliss that one experiences, it just increases on and on and on and on for eternity. Quite inconceivable, really. And that's what we want. We desire that. We're not satisfied by, sometimes compared to a drop of water in the desert. If you're in a desert and you're dying of thirst, it's going to be more frustrating. So, and it says, Ananda Bodhivardhanam, the transcendental ocean of bliss. So then Lord Nityananda, he went with this sannyasi and he traveled to all the holy places. And he traveled with this sannyasi for 20 years. Although yesterday I heard it was 16 years, but elsewhere I've heard it's 20 years. And he went to various holy places. He went to Jagannath Puri, he went to Ayodhya, he went to Vrindavan, went to many places of pilgrimage. And then on this pilgrimage, he also met with Madhavendra Puri, who was the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master. Ishvara Puri was Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master. And Madhavendra Puri and Lord Nityananda, when they met, they both recognized each other as being great transcendental personalities. Madhavendra Puri understood who Lord Nityananda was, and Lord Nityananda understood that this Madhavendra Puri is a great lover of Krishna. In the Madhurya Ras, it's called the Madhurya Ras. And so they stayed with each other for some time, and they were completely absorbed in ecstatic love. So then after 20 years, Lord Nityananda eventually came to Mathura and Vrindavan. And then at a certain point there, he could understand that Lord Chaitanya has revealed himself, which means that what that means is that Lord Chaitanya had started the Sankirtan movement. So before that, he hadn't actually started the Sankirtan movement. And so when Lord Nityananda understood that, he let a big roar that is said that it shook the entire universe. And then he went to Navadvip and met Lord Chaitanya. Of course, Lord Chaitanya, at one point he was with the devotees, and he said, I had a dream about a great personality who was going to come here. So he explained about this personality, and the devotees, they didn't know who it was. So he sent Haridas Thakur and Srivas Thakur to look for Lord Nityananda. They went everywhere, all over Navadvip, but they couldn't find him, because Lord Nityananda was staying at the house of one devotee. Does anyone know whose house he was staying at? No. Nanda Nacharya, yes. Yeah, we got someone who got it. Nanda Nacharya. So that's where he was staying. So they didn't know that. So they came back to Lord Chaitanya and they said he couldn't find him. So Lord Chaitanya, he went out with the devotees and said, I'll show you where he is. And so he brought them to the house of Nandanacharya. And Lord Nityananda was there. At that time he was in meditation and he was experiencing ecstasy in meditation. But then he could understand that Lord Chaitanya was standing before him. And he came out of his meditation, and when they met, they were both overwhelmed with in ecstatic love. So, Lord Nityananda, he considered himself a servant of Lord Chaitanya. The same with Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram considers himself a servant of Krishna. Lakshman considers himself a servant of Lord Ramachandra. And so, in that mood of service, we understand from this also that even the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wants to experience the mood of service that his devotees have. So Lord Chaitanya appeared in the combined form of Radha and Krishna because he wanted to experience the ecstatic love of Radharani that she was experiencing by serving Krishna. So he wanted to have that experience himself. He wanted to also understand what was it about him that aroused such an intense love. And so Lord Nityananda and Lord Balaram, they also have this mood of wanting to experience the feeling or the mood of ecstasy of what it's like to serve Krishna. So they take the position of a servant like that. And it's explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Lord Balaram, in his expansion as Shesha, he takes the form of, or he serves Krishna by his, by being his residence, his clothes, his slippers, his couch, so many items there. They're all expansions of Balaram in the mood of service to Krishna. So Lord Nityananda, he could understand Lord Chaitanya's desire. And Lord Chaitanya is he is Patita Pavan. Lord Chaitanya is Patita Pavan, he is the fallen, he is the savior of the most fallen. He's the savior of the most fallen. So Lord Nityananda, when we see from the example of Jagaya Madai, that when Lord Nityananda came across them, because Lord Chaitanya had ordered Lord Nityananda to go and preach, and he was out preaching with Haridas Thakur, and so while they were out, they came across this Jagaya Madai who were very degraded, drunken, who had committed every conceivable sinful activity, and every inconceivable sinful activity. Who had committed the consequence of their sinful activity was completely beyond our conception. Lord Nityananda, when he saw them, he saw this as an opportunity to exhibit Lord Chaitanya's mercy. How merciful Lord Chaitanya is. So he thought these two they have to be delivered. And this will actually glorify Lord Chaitanya's mercy and glorify Lord Chaitanya's compassion. So then he approached, the first time he approached them, he was with Haridas Thakur, and then they started, Jagannath, they started running after them, and Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, they ran down Madai, they were drunk, and they were totally out of shape. and Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, they could outrun them quite easily. But then the next time Lord Nityananda came and he approached them, and then Madai, out of anger, he picked up a clay pot and threw it at Lord Nityananda, and it hit him and cut him, and there was blood there. And then when Lord Chaitanya heard about this, he came and he wanted to kill them. And he invoked the Sudarshan chakra. He cried out, chakra, chakra. So Lord Nityananda said, no, actually, originally, and before Madai had actually thrown the clay pot at Lord Nityananda, Jagai had tried to stop him. So then when Lord Chaitanya came, this was explained to Lord Chaitanya that Jagai had tried to stop him. And Lord Chaitanya, he bestowed his mercy on Jagai. He forgave Jagai because he had actually tried to protect Lord Nityananda. So, but he wanted to chastise Madai. And then Madai said, oh, you've forgiven Jagai, then why don't you forgive me and accept me? And Lord Chaitanya said, no. Then you must get Lord Nityananda's mercy. You must take shelter of Lord Nityananda. So Madai, he took shelter of Lord Nityananda, and Lord Nityananda accepted him. So Jagai and Madai, in previous ages, other demons, they were killed by Krishna. Of course, there's always great benefit if someone was killed by Krishna. They're liberated because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is like the sun. He purifies everything that comes in contact with him. And so if he kills someone, then they become free from all their sinful reactions and become liberated. So, but Lord Chaitanya, he appeared not to kill demons, but to kill the demoniac mentality, the mentality that makes one a demon. So Lord Chaitanya came to destroy that mentality. So Lord Nityananda, he understood that also. So then Jagai and Madai, they actually, Lord Nityananda bestowed on them love of God, Krishna Prema. They got Krishna Prema. Not just liberation, but they became completely full devotees, Mahabhagavat devotees of the Lord. And they became part of Lord Chaitanya's and Lord Nityananda's associates there in Navadvip. So that just shows us what kind of merciful personality Lord Nityananda is. So when we hear about the mercy of Lord Nityananda, then we think, well, how do I get this mercy? We think, so Lord Nityananda, he's distributing the holy name, the Hare Krishna mantra, as is Lord Chaitanya. How do I get this mercy? Says that at the marketplace of the holy name, this in relation to Lord Nityananda, you distribute the divine name, asking only for one's faith in payment. So there is a payment for the Mahamantra. That payment is faith. The payment. So how do we get faith? We get faith by associating with advanced devotees, that payment is hearing from the scriptures about the glories of the holy names, by associating with devotees who have attraction for the holy names, and by And
chanting
by
holy names,
chanting holy names,
we develop
faith.
faith.
So,
Of course, the attitude of a devotee
is that
he's not just thinking, I'm going to chant Hare Krishna mantra, as if it's kind of like, by my own endeavor, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. But his mood, just like there's one prayer by Haridas Thakur, he prays, "O Lord, be merciful and appear on my tongue in your name. Dance there constantly. O my Lord, I fall at your lotus feet and beg you." So he's praying that the Hare Krishna mantra will appear on his tongue. He's not thinking, oh, well, no problem, Hare Krishna, just like this, kind of like, I'm doing it. He's thinking, I have no potency or no power to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. He's praying to Krishna to appear on his tongue. It's a different mentality. As Prabhupada was saying also here in his lecture, he's talking about the reason why one doesn't get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda is because of, does anyone remember what Prabhupada says? One of the main reasons why people cannot connect with Krishna is because of false ego, ahankara. Ahankara vimudatma. Prabhupada says that because of ahankara, people are fools. But just not fools, not just fools, but big fools. Because V, as Prabhupada says, it means vishesh. It means it emphasizes the subject. Like when you're talking about a fool, you say vimuda, a mudha, but a vimuda is a big fool. Or as they say in Dublin, a big idiot, or down the country. You're just a big idiot. So that means that we have to pray to become free from the influence of false ego, so that we can access Krishna's mercy, Lord Nityananda's mercy. And he's willing to give it. Of course, we can see that humility, the more humble a person is, the more he gets Lord Nityananda's mercy. We can see from the example of Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, that he got Lord Nityananda's mercy. There was one devotee of Lord Nityananda, Sri Minkaitan Ramdas. He was a great devotee of Lord Nityananda, and he was always absorbed in love of God. And he came to Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami's house at that time. And there was a priest called Narada Mishra worshipping the household deities. And he didn't pay attention to Minikaitan Ramdas. Minikaitan Ramdas said, here we have another Ramaharshan Sutta. And then left the place. And then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he talks about his brother, how his brother had some faith in Lord Chaitanya, but only a dim reflection of faith in Lord Nityananda. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explained to his brother that they are both, you should have both the same faith in both of them. Then he says, that night, Lord Nityananda appeared to him in a dream, to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He appeared to him in a dream, and he told him to go to Vrindavan. So then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he became empowered by Lord Nityananda to compose Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we can hear the humility of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami when he talks about, he says, I am, these are actually his actual words, I am lower than the worm on stool. He says, whoever speaks my name will lose all his pious credits. So as Prabhupada says in one lecture, he's actually feeling like that. Of course, from the material point of view, people think, wow, he's got some serious psychological inferiority complex. But it's not like that at all. It's nothing to do with inferiority complex. It's actually an understanding of his position as a spirit soul and his relationship with Krishna, and he's taken full shelter of Krishna, and he certainly doesn't act like a person with an inferiority complex, because he becomes empowered to do amazing things. Just like Srila Prabhupada, we see in various prayers that he wrote, he expresses incredible humility, but because of that, he becomes empowered to spread Krishna consciousness in an extraordinary way. I'll have to stop there because I'm not over time. So, Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki. Jai. Well, I'll have to be very quick because what's happening now actually? Abhishek. This is a very quick. I think I'll talk to you after this because all this is going on, and it's kind of it's a question I have to think about a bit as well.
Hare Krishna, dear boys. We have a share now. Tomorrow, sir.
Yes.
Bathing the deities, and I thought that it is nice though to sit and watch the bathing ceremony. So that maybe to give an idea to kind of I'm just running at you what you would think of it as an idea. Sit and watch the bathing ceremony, and then at the end, if you want to pour the water.
Yeah. Well, I think Mahamantra is really the one.
It's the one to
I'm not an authority on devotion. It's like she's the one that we discussed. I mean, basically, whatever is decided, I'll go along with.
Yeah, because I remember especially the children, my children.
That's good now, yeah, so we have a good move in the day. Actually, one thing that comes to mind straight away is because Krishna went to meet the gopis at night for the Rasadam. That's the answer. Because there was the greatest ecstasy was at night when Krishna went to meet the gopis. He had other pastimes. Yeah,
that night.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Sai Gaura Premananda Shri Radha Ramana Lal ki Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki
Yeah, I think that's
A bit more.
For the next part of the schedule, we'll have a movie. We'll have a film. So if you want to see, you have to turn around towards the screen.
Actually, it's from here. From here.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. Sorry.
So,
Vijay Mridanga, don't put Mridanga on the floor.
एक ही ट्यून आती है पर मुझे के पहले वही बजानी दो
Yeah, keep it with God if you want.
जब मेरे पैर खड़ा होता है जब बैठता तो
It's okay. I'm trying to put it close to the speaker there.
Oh, is this coming all the way back?
Yeah. Prabhuji, can you put it a little bit close to the speaker? Yeah. Put it behind you so that... Too close, just close enough to get sound. Because otherwise there's going to be interference. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, everybody. You're all very welcome to Krishna Island today for this very, very auspicious occasion. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce, as the next part of the program, I don't know how many of you know that within our midst, in our small little Hare Krishna community in Ireland, that we have one of Ireland's, I would say, probably best filmmakers. This devotee's name is Vrishabhanu Das. There are older devotees here, such as Rasada Prabhu, who would remember when Vrishabhanu joined. Vrishabhanu first started showing up at the temple. I think my first memories of him was he was about 12 years of age. He was in a long lineage of amazing devotees from Finglas, three of whom were in his own family. Nitai Satyanandana, the late and great and superbly celebrated pure devotee, Nitai Satyanandana. It was his older brother. His next brother was Prabhupada Das. Prabhupada Das, one of the most amazing devotees ever to join the Hare Krishna movement in Ireland. Legendary service done by Prabhupada Das on O'Connell Street for decades, giving out books single-handed. He was an absolute, and is an absolute legend of a Krishna conscious devotee. And the youngest of the family, Vrishabhanu, back to Fergus as we used to know him, has gone on. Vrishabhanu has gone on from strength to strength over the years with spending all of his free time going around Hare Krishna temples all over the world at his own expense to film the devotees, to film different communities, to film the Vaishnavas, to film the different lifestyles, the different cultures, how Krishna consciousness has evolved in different ways all over the world. And he has been charting that, and I think the legacy that Vrishabhanu is going to leave behind will be priceless for our movement. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce him here, because I'm hoping that this is going to be the first of many visits to Krishna Island, so that he can share his work with us. The purpose of which I think is to give us inspiration as to how to develop our own community, so that devotees can become inspired from what has happened in communities all over the world. So if everybody could give a big round of applause for Vrishabhanu Das.
So if I can just let you know, what I'm showing here, I'm not promoting any particular temple. I'm promoting Srila Prabhupada's movement and what he's done all over the world. And when I travel with my own work in my company, I get a hand to do this by other people who work with me in the industry. And I want to thank them for helping me. But as I say, it's Srila Prabhupada's legacy that I'm filming. And all these devotees, I filmed all these devotees here, so they'll be seeing themselves in due course. Yes, I'm not promoting the temple. And this is many programs I have in the production that I'm working on at the moment. And when I get time from work, I can do that. And okay, it's 50 minutes long. I was trying to keep it short, but it's very difficult to have so many people that you want to get in and the temple. So if everybody please stop the mobile phones, that's the worst thing, I tell you, it's the worst thing when mobile phones go off or when people are looking at the mobile phones. And there's somebody in front of somebody, and then somebody has the mobile phone like that, people are watching that. So we have a problem that if you switch off your mobile phone, that'll be great. So that's it. Without any further ado, is that where I put this microphone in the speakers? You just send that. Ryan? It is on.
Might want to unput the black.
Sorry? The black make sure. Oh, by the way, it's actually plugged in there. So if that comes out, it's all real. Is that in there, Master? Which one? You have to plug it in.
This one?
Yes. No, it's not that one. No, that's right. Yes, that one there, yes.
This one?
And be very careful, because if that comes out, everything's gone. So you can have the table.
It's there. Can you switch off the light, please? Should we switch off the lights?
Yes,
No, don't switch off those lights. Not profile. You have to use profile.
Okay. Okay then. It was the desire of previous saintly scholars that the Vedic books of wisdom be distributed all over the world. In the mid-60s, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada traveled from India to North America and took up the task of teaching the Vedic knowledge in the English language. In this material world, with birth, death, old age and disease, everyone is struggling without finding peace. Daily life can be full of stress and anxiety, and any happiness is temporary. Srila Prabhupada wanted evenings of Sri Sri Gaurnitai installed, and people can now take shelter of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda in temples around the world, and by meditation, prayer and service.
Big pleasure, very nice pleasure to serve here for different reasons. We have very beautiful deities, we have a very nice Sunday feast with an average of 200 to 150 guests each Sunday. We used to be the top temple in book distribution, but still, book distribution is the major output that we are trying to do. Now we also have the DDT building here, so we are stocking the books here, we are also producing books.
but it's a beautiful place because it's central to Lombardia, North Italy, and you can go out in San Stefano from here, distributing books. People can come from all over.
Srila Prabhupada translated ancient texts like the Bhagavad Gita into English. His books are now available in 100 languages. The Bhaktivedanta Book Trust was set up in 1972, and nearly 1 billion books have been distributed to date.
The inspiration is the Prabhupada books, the spiritual books. Philosophy is so bright, so beautiful. I became sure of the process. The process is not an invention, it's not imaginary. And naturally, after that, after the philosophy, I think that the association with the devotees who practice this philosophy is so important. I see with in practical way the application can change the life of the devotees.
We are in a very nice atmosphere, in spite of the fact that we are in a very industrial area in Bergamo. Whenever you go out from the ashram or from the temple, you can see green all around you and you can hear the birds chirping around you, so it's a very nice atmosphere. And this is also, of course, the way when the people are attracted to this project.
Adjacent to the land that belongs to the temple, a group of devotees could buy another 5 acres of land, temple almost 5 acres, and another 5 acres of land. With a cooperative effort, they could build houses. And so we have about 100 houses. The difficult part is when the devotees leave. Some of the householders sold their houses to people coming from outside, external people which are not interested in devotional service, but they came here because the place is beautiful. But it just is not the same mood, the same atmosphere that was there in the beginning. I suppose that's life. There's no perfect situation in this world. I would like to say it is a success because that created a group of devotees that are dedicated, they come for daily worship, either part-time or some of them even full-time, or other services. And this is the wealth of this project and the success of it. It is like a small town, devotee town.
Hare Krishna people, we want to give. We want to give. The slogan is in Milan that the main point in the Krishna movement is the Hare Krishna mantra, the chanting of the names.
How do people find out about the program?
And some people can from outside, and some people can from outside. We invite inside from the streets, also to participate.
Right in the center, like for 5 minutes walk from the center to the cathedral. No? Like also when we go out in the distribution, most of those who are living in Milan, they know us because it's almost 30 years that we are here in Milan. And it's like every day almost we do have like 120 people coming regularly. They like the food, the sanctified food, but more than anything else, they like also the atmosphere. And we explain to people why to change the name, what is meditation, and people that normally they are very busy, no? always doing, especially like in Milan nowadays, they're always active, going here and there and working. But when they come here, we ask them, please, like, leave everything outside, no? Now to enter in a different place, a sacred space in the heart, no? And we try to connect with the inner self in a spiritual way.
We sit together, we chant, and in glorification to God. It's very important to be kind to people, to be open-hearted, to be without material motive. So the people feel this atmosphere, so they are very much happy to participate. And after that, we are all happy in that way.
And we can really see, especially like you see here we are in Milan, nowadays where society is really going worse and worse. Actually we have something that Prabhupada gave us something that is very high, and it gives us a healing life, something very, very deep in which we can really change our heart. No? And it's hard because even before being a devotee, actually I was always thinking, you know, what to do in this world, no? And what can we do also for others, no? And actually Krishna consciousness, you can really see, is like a permanent solution.
In order to teach a simpler and more natural way of life, Srila Prabhupada inspired his followers to establish farm communities. He also wanted to open vegetarian restaurants with sanctified food.
The devotees moved here in July 80. They all came from, basically from Amsterdam. Amsterdam was a city temple. So there was a desire at that time to have a farm project. And we started to develop the garden. We had a very good gardener at that time. We started with the cows. We started to renovate. Although we built the project as a farm project, because it is situated in a touristic area, it naturally started to attract tourists. Until now we had like 500,000 people visiting Radha, so we received guided tours, and then we developed a restaurant, cafeteria, bakery, boutique. And that has been very instrumental in making this place sustainable.
As you know, this Hare Krishna movement was started by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada had many different activities to spread this understanding in the Vedic philosophy. And one of them is through vegetarian food. Prasadam is or sanctified food, food which is offered to Krishna, is so popular that after some time there's coming so many people who can hardly handle it.
The Museum of Sacred Arts has come up with very high-class pieces of art in the form of paintings, sculptures. Then we also have the Bhaktivedanta College, and which is an educational program in theology.
Well, I think the college is based on a couple of important principles. The first one is that ISKCON is primarily an educational institute, and that its purposes are largely educational, albeit it's about spiritual education.
Yeah.
Secondly, I think the broad principle is there that a reflective, thoughtful approach to religious commitment is very useful.
Also, the guest house was a very nice development which came at the right time and which allows the congregation to come and stay with their family, nice facility and come for some retreat. It also allows us to do programs, bhakti yoga program.
What happened for me is that I've grown up here in Bangladesh. Since I'm born, I've been here. I've learned to really love it a lot because there's a lot of things within it that attracts, that is attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just as, for instance, one I'm very much involved in is kirtan. We do singing with all the different youth. We do this every evening here, and it's one of the key activities for us over here. If there's one thing within our philosophy, within our religion, within our activities that attract the youth more than anything, it's definitely the kirtan, the music.
Another point is the wood heating. Since 1.5 years now, we have this ecological wood heater with a biomass wood heater, which is burning waste product from the carpenters. It replaces completely the burning of oil, which is then very ecological and also which is financially very helpful to our community.
This building was built more than 500 years ago. I mean, the central part of the building was a Machiavelli time. The very famous Machiavelli family is just born a few hundred meters from here. And much more recently, in the Second World War, it was the headquarters in the beginning of the Nazis. And after a few years, when the Americans became here, it was becoming the headquarters for the Americans. And more recently, in 1979, was becoming the headquarters for ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
I came to this temple in the early 80s when they first bought it. And before there was only the temple in Rome, and I came here with my parents in the, I think it was 80 or 81. I remember there were many devotees, very enthusiastic devotees, and there was a nice energy, and these devotees, they had many kids, so we arranged a school, had a lot of fun, we had the whole forest to play, and we had cows, we had horses.
Actually, I like to stay in the countryside, to stay with the cows, the green, the forest. I like simple life. For me, it was a yes, very nice feeling. And when I was small, also, I was. For me, it was strange to eat meat. And when I start to understand what I'm eating, no, and I start to understand this is what I say, no, stop.
The restaurant in Villa Brindana started back in 1987 about. Recently, new programs started to develop. For example, tonight we will have here for the first day this year the yoga group, 40 people, and in a few weeks' time there will be another group of 70.
In Italy, the Krishna consciousness movement was growing very fast. And Italy was booming in the 70, 80, the society was different from now. To live in the community, to live together was much more common than now. In 2005, me and other devotees, we took this responsibility to do something for Villa Vrindavana, and we are trying to give another direction to the project.
My main activities is centered about the Villa Vrindavana retreats, seminars and retreats. We have regular Sunday programs. 80 to 100 people come in the winter time. In summer we have 150, sometimes more. But we have generally a very simple program, speech, conference, different topics and different topics connected with our philosophy, our message. And then kirtan, singing and dancing in the temple.
The congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra was first introduced to the West by Srila Prabhupada. This kirtan is now a popular part of many spiritual programs around the world.
I was spending 1 year in India, searching for some about some superior goal. I come here to visit. I was attracted from books from Srimad Bhagavatam mainly. I started to read.
My favorite book is Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a very big book, and it's very instructive because it describes how we should prepare ourselves for death. There is one verse that says, what is the duty of the human being to satisfy the Lord with devotional service, and this devotional service to satisfy the Lord should be uninterrupted and without any condition.
I used to take time to take part in this interfaith dialogue, these interfaith meetings, with the proposal to meet together with all the believers, all the traditions who believe in God, and share how we connect with God, how we relate with God in a practical way, through prayers, to chanting, to study, to service or whatever. Also by other practices. It's not a competition, but everybody in a service mood, presenting and opening his heart. There is this big opportunity in this broken situation, this difficult age. The very need of the society as devotee, we know that is Krishna God consciousness, more deep. So book distribution is a big opportunity. Also is so easy. People we see outside do not know a lot about spiritual knowledge. So it is quite easy to explain them. If they ask question, speak about karma, reincarnation, about God, about vegetarian food, like this.
I take time and distribute our books and share our message. In Italy, we have a very favorable situation. We can go door to door, no problem. We can go to the schools, to the hospital, and meet people in any situation.
So Srila Prabhupada came in the Western world just to help people in discovering Krishna in their heart and add Krishna in their life. So what it means now that the world is changing very fast. We have to deal with people that maybe they don't know nothing about God. God is also in the so Christian Catholic Italy. The word God is becoming less used than in the past. So the challenge is to make everything fresh and not only take the people and ask the people to join you and the religious level, but you have to create different opportunity to add the God in their life. People at different level, they want to help Vila Vrindavana. So in the short and medium period, the future, what we want to do, we want to put together all the natural attraction that Vila Vrindavana has, like spirituality. Of course, this is the heart of Vila Vrindavana. We have a temple, Radha Sunyara is the reason because we are here. But also we have a culture, architecture from the past. Very nice forest, very nice garden. So all these can be put together. Also the protection of the cow, protection of the animals.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan.
After about a year and a half in London, which was really quite a roller coaster ride, then the word came down that Prabhupada wanted traveling parties to open temples in different parts of the world. And I spoke French. Well, that's pretty much the only qualification you needed to become a world missionary of Krishna consciousness in French-speaking countries. So I went back to Paris. There were about 6 or 8, and then 10, and then 12 of us in this teeny tiny little park on a street called Rula Gaz. I don't know how we all fit in there. I mean, and it was Sankirtan every day, just chanting. We didn't have any books. I think we probably mimeographed, photocopied in those days. It was mimeographing something to pass out to people.
I first went to Paris in 1972 and they were staying in a very small little house in the southern suburb of Paris somewhere. So that was my first time. Next time I came, they had a very influential place in Rue near the Arc de Triomphe. Yes. And that was, I suppose, when the Hare Krishna movement was, peaking, was blossoming, booming, whatever, in France. That time many of us were there.
There was some spark of faith in Prabhupada. That's really what all that it was. There was a generation of young people. We were part of a much larger culture of post-World War II lost souls who were looking for some sense of reality beyond what parents and governments
too often. But Prabhupada had already installed deities in London, and he named them rather London Ishwara. There's only these two places, London and Paris, where he gave that name. So it seems very significant in the sense that Prabhupada really had a high appreciation for the French, the fact that they're quite intellectually oriented, they're very intelligent in many ways, interested in philosophy.
We built this house because of donation, international donation. We first bought one house in this place, Sarcelles, which is north of Paris. We have now an Eastern property here. We have to develop it. It's just the beginning, so we need facilities. In order to expand, we should first stabilize. We're starting some Bhagavad Gita teaching a few months ago, and there's a very good response to that. And so we want to improve this because we are a center of teaching here.
During his travels, Srila Prabhupada taught his disciples how to worship the temple deities and observe annual celebrations, like the Festival of Chariots.
Hare Krishna. It was in 1982 that I first got involved with the Rath Yatra festivals. We're now taking the carts to about 10 festivals a year.
There's a special energy on this day. This festival just brings everyone together. It's amazing. It doesn't matter who they are. You know, I've seen people from Iraq on this festival, and from Iran, from dancing. It just makes you feel so happy to realize that, you know, really, we're all the same quality, and we're all brothers really, and sisters. And this festival really brings that to home.
Rath Yatra is a big thing, it's big festival. Rath Yatra means big festival. Originally it is in India. We are cooking for 5,000 people here. Free meal for 5,000 people. I estimate there was probably between 1,000 and 1,500 people altogether in the procession, which is more than I think I've ever had before. The end bit is always a little difficult to maneuver the chariot down these little streets because you've got cafes, and people sitting outside coming right up to the wheels on both sides of the cart. Paris is one of my favorites. It's such an amazing city. Prabhupada said that Paris is maybe more important than London as a city. Very important city. It's the busiest
city in the world. And the Rath Yatra there goes such an amazing route. People are coming out the doors, out the windows, waving and laughing and smiling and taking pictures and joining in. It's a really amazing event. It just brings all the devotees together. It's an incredible uniting festival.
We're very fortunate that brought Rath Yatra out of India. So we're now able to share that with everyone.
We had the large gathering, the weather was beautiful. We had some ambassadors yesterday, religious people also, religious leaders. We had Jews, Catholics, and others who came for the inauguration. We have been doing that for a couple of years, and that helps a lot to be recognized, accepted, by the French authorities. Yesterday, about 200 volunteers, for the Rath Yatra. For years, they are more helpful, yet
Srila Prabhupada wanted to bring people together and closer to Krishna. For this purpose, he started over 100 centers for the practice of Bhakti Yoga.
Before starting this project, Prabhupada, we had a kitchen center in Padua town. Then we started in 1982. In fact, this project was built on donations got from book distribution from people all around this area. Prabhupada books. We understand that these books are very important for the society today. We were young devotees and we were enthusiastic to do some service for Srila Prabhupada movement. We cover two aspects. One is the place for people who practice spiritual tradition, Vaishnava tradition, and also a place for cultural events of different kinds, courses, conferences, retreats.
I am very eager to come here every week because the Association with Devotees is a very great support of my life, and I try to help them as I can. We have a lot of services, but also in my house.
We are getting ready now to host groups or people who are interested in a natural way of life, so they can come here and they can. Some groups we have rooms for them. We cook nice vegetarian prasadam. Then we have about 10 hectares of land. We grow grapes, some apples, and vegetables. We want to develop also, show more to the people this natural way of living. We are starting here also in the area to discuss with the local people different topics from the Vedic point of view, from Vaishnava point of view. Like now we are starting a series conferences about the alcohol abuse, and so we are trying to give a spiritual solution to material problems. And some people are starting to appreciate it.
I went to the library and I met Mathura Patti, and he was distributing books, and he gave me a leaflet with the address of Prabhupada Dash. A couple of months later I came to visit, and I was really struck by the devotion and the way they live here.
Rich, they're very full. That this I could and I would not change it. This project was always dear to Prabhupada's heart. So the buildings in '74, and he agreed to purchase the place because he was saying it will be a nice place to practice Krishna consciousness on a different level than in a town. The mission here to develop self-sufficiency and to show people how to live a simple life.
We needed to expand. Our temple in Paris was too small, especially for the families, for the press, for the children. So we looked into different places, and finally we selected this place. Brought Srila Prabhupada here to have his, advice, and was.
I found the Bhagavad Gita in a library in Paris, the biggest library in Paris. I found the Bhagavad Gita because I was fond of literature. Indian. I was going to the temple, so it was in Paris. Le soir. Back to Godet. This magazine, the activities, the garden and the pools and the cars, and so I was very much attracted by this simple living. So I came here.
Also in this part of France, Vallée de la Loire, great also. And still people, they like very much to come and visit also this specific castle. And inside is things well preserved, and we have many Prabhupada. And there is also this nice chapel.
I moved to New Mayapur in '83. I was actually looking for a spiritual community to live in, with my two daughters, and to give them a good education. Prabhupada spent 12 days here and installed beautiful deities, Krishna, Balaram, Gaura. So he pervades the atmosphere, and I'm very concerned about this project. Also, I'm a country girl. I like the country, peace.
is now facing great challenges, and there is a need for spiritual values in society. According to Vedic civilization, the cows and bulls must be protected for the welfare of people in general.
We are taking care of the cows and getting our milk for the deities. It's not an easy job because the society around us is not using any more bulls and is not protecting cows. But somehow or other, this service must be pleasing to Krishna and Prabhupada. And the result is quite interesting because with bulls we can grow our own potatoes, we prepare the field for the wheat and all kind of vegetables and fruits. We have over 600 apple trees here. We are almost self-sufficient with the food, except some years we are short for a few months.
Actually, I like New Mayapur because I started my spiritual life here about 30 years ago. What inspired me is mainly about Srila Prabhupada books. Srila Prabhupada, wonderful presentation about spiritual life.
I had a lot of questions when I was young about what happened after death and what is the goal of life, what is a life, what is the meaning of life, why I'm in this world, why I came here. Krishna consciousness is a science. So I got the answer of all my questions, and also I met a very wonderful person.
So we have very interesting departments here to fulfill Prabhupada's vision of what agriculture or countryside center could be. And also we have to understand self-sufficiency is not only food. It means also maybe heating the buildings in the winter. And since the beginning we are cutting our own wood. We have our own well, because water is very important and it becomes actually an issue in our civilization. The water we get from the well is very pure, there is no chemicals inside, nothing.
Shri Gadadhar, you grew up here in New Mayapur. Is this one of your favorite spots?
Yes, this place is very nice for chanting. It is very quiet. This is in the forest because Prabhupada gave instruction that for simple life. I realized that when I came inside, this is the best house in New Mayapur because in summer it keeps fresh, and in winter you have a little oven. You put just one log, and it is enough for all day, all night. And it is very nice because it is completely self-sufficient. Only mud, straw, cow dung also, and wood.
The book that has most influence in my life is Bhagavad Gita. This book has really changed my life. One verse explains that if I want to be happy, I need to be peaceful. In order to be peaceful, I need to master my mind, to be intelligent. And I realized that it's working. After many years, and still now, I'm really studying deeply and helping also devotees to study, especially Bhagavad Gita.
I've been attracted by the books of Srila Prabhupada and reading books. I was also very satisfied by the answer we can find. At least we can find something valuable, something which is speaking to the heart.
Also, we have the other aspect very important is deity worship, because we are, after all, this place is for religion. There is a purpose, not only maintaining ourselves, but also getting higher consciousness, maybe also helping others to deal with so many problems in life.
Last point is that, as I say, I'm not promoting any particular temple, so it's all about Rath Nityananda that I'm promoting. So we're all here today. This is his temple. This is right now his place. Okay, that's it.